Inflation more than halved and falling fast. Growth higher than anyone expected. Debt on track to fall. But there is more that we need to do to restore that promise of entrepreneurship. So let me share 3 big steps we're taking to help small businesses. First, we're cutting your taxes. Your money is far better spent by you than by government. So we've increased the VAT threshold to £90,000 for the first time since 2017. We've taken 2 in 5 small businesses out of paying any employer's national insurance at all, thanks to our employment allowance. We've protected over 1 million small businesses from business rates increase, taken a third out of paying any business rates whatsoever, and introduced a relief for retail, hospitality and leisure businesses that mean a small business in England will pay far less in business rates than you would in Wales or in Scotland. And we're cutting national insurance because we want to end the unfairness that you pay tax twice on income from work, but income from other sources is only taxed once. That's why our long-term ambition is to simplify the system and end the double tax on work by abolishing NICs. Now, we've already made good progress. For the self-employed, we've abolished Class 2 NICs and cut your main rate by a third, saving a typical self-employed person around £650 a year. And we've cut NICs for 29 million workers by around £900. That's a £20 billion tax cut for the British people. But we're not done yet. We'll make more progress towards abolition in the next Parliament. Now, our second step to help small business is to cut red tape. Since leaving the EU, we've revoked or reformed more than 2,000 EU laws, with 500 more coming this year, delivering more than £1 billion of savings for businesses and customers. But today, we can go further. We're announcing a new simplification package expected to save small businesses around £150 million a year. Now, take the rules that define who can qualify as a small business. It really matters, because if you don't qualify, suddenly you're hit with a load of extra paperwork. But now, we get to decide these definitions, not the EU. So we're changing the rules to ensure that far fewer businesses are hit by these burdens. We're also tackling late payments with strict new rules that mean any company bidding for large government contracts must show that they pay their own invoices within 45 days. And we're also making it easier for you to hire apprentices. Apprenticeships benefit young people and the businesses who hire them. But for SMEs, the system can be expensive and confusing, despite the huge progress. So, to ensure that funding is available whenever there is demand for apprenticeships, we're increasing the apprenticeship budget by £40 million. And for small businesses hiring young apprentices, we will now fund the cost of their training in full. This will cut costs for businesses and training providers and support thousands more young people to start an apprentice. Now, as well as cutting taxes and red tape, our third step is to make it easier to get the finance you need to start, grow or invest in your business. For early stage businesses, we've already made the tax reliefs on investment far more generous. We've deployed hundreds of millions to the Regional Angels programme. For larger companies, we've committed £1.6 billion into growth funds in every region of the country, including £400 million right here in the Midlands, as well as the £1 billion startup loan scheme, which has helped over 100,000 businesses, like Castor, started by 2 brothers in their parents' kitchen in the Wirral, and now a multi-million-pound sportswear company. This is all about the government directly funding exciting high-growth businesses right across our country, and I genuinely believe it is one of the most generous sets of schemes anywhere in the world. So get on gov.uk and see if you can benefit. But I recognise there has been a gap. Female founders receive just 2% of equity investment, and that figure hasn't budged in a decade. So to change that, we're announcing a new Invest in Women task force, led by Hannah Bernard from Barclays and serial entrepreneur Debbie Wasco. It's going to raise a female-focused investment fund to address that gap directly. We're going to make the UK the best place in the world to be a female founder. So, lower taxes, less admin, better access to finance. That's how we're backing our small businesses. Because in the end, the economy isn't some abstract thing. It's about you. 5.5 million risk takers, growth makers, job creators. And our role is to create the conditions for you to thrive, to make sure that your hard work and aspiration is rewarded, and to restore that promise of entrepreneurship. We're not there yet, but we are absolutely moving in the right direction. So let's stick to the plan and build a better, brighter future together. Thank you.